Do you know what it's just going to have to do? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I mean, there's speakers blaring. The atmosphere is certainly MAGA-esque, as you would expect. So I'm delivering all my promises. I'm doing the match review from my holidays. Hopefully you can see me okay, you can hear me okay. I hope you're also enjoying the tunes from the floor above. But we are sitting here in the lovely 35 degrees heat after a 35 degrees performance from Celtic. 5-0 winners at Rugby Park. We went out, watched the game in one of the Irish bars, and what a game. You know, if you go back and you watch my match preview video, I got everything wrong. Everything. I said, I think people will be expecting a statement performance from this game. I don't think it will be the game to deliver on that. I don't think it's the sort of game where we get a 4 or a 5-0. I don't see a lot of goals in the game. Boy, was I wrong. I was very wrong. We took Kilmarnock to town today, and we spoke about in that match preview trying to bury all of those reservations about going to Rugby Park and the plastic surface, blah, 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 etc., etc. Well, you can't do it much better than that, can you? 5 spectacular goals. ANGE'S sexy CELTS were in full flow. Absolutely gorgeous to watch, sensational to watch, in fact. And it's one of the best away performances I've seen from Ange Postecoglou's Celtic since his arrival at the club. I would go as far as that. I think it was, you know, from start to finish, just perfect. Aberdeen, Kilmarnock never had a sniff in the game. We kept them out. We held the ball well, and we were doing everything that kind of went wrong in the first 2 games of the season in terms of those kind of complaints about us being not as clinical in the final third, all of it gone. We had 2 centre-halves scoring today. One of them was an overhead kick. What else can you ask for, you know what I mean? All of the reservations from the first couple of games, yeah, as I said, I feel like we've been able to bury them, and I think today we managed to just get into that full-on flow from last season in the final third. And maybe Kilmarnock were weaker than I first thought they'd be. Maybe they were just maybe I overestimated how good they would be, but that's still a decent side that we beat today. You know, it's a Derek McInnes side with some really strong players. You know, they've got a really good team for just being promoted out of the Championship. And look what we've done to them. You know, Rangers won 4-0 yesterday. We knew we needed a lot of goals to stay in the top of the table. Wow. 5. Unbelievable. Anyway, right, we're getting a bit carried away. We're going to run through the game as I normally do. I want to do this as quickly as possible because there is a swimming pool down there with my name on it. Yep. It's quite busy, actually. Yeah, so I want to get this done as quickly as possible. Apologies for the lack of editing, and I'm doing my best. I hope you can appreciate the fact that I am sitting here making a video while I'm on my holidays. So, yeah, anyway, first half, yeah, brilliant. Right from the first whistle, we got a goal really early on. Kyogo, I thought he actually missed it at first. The angle we were watching it on wasn't great. So at first I thought he hit the post and it was away, but it was in the back of the net. Greg Taylor on the build-up to that goal. What a pass. Every single week, Greg Taylor is getting better and better and better. Beyond belief how good he's getting at this point. Alexander Bernabe, he must be sitting there thinking to himself, I'm never getting into this team. Greg Taylor has been unbelievable recently and he deserves a lot of respect. Do you mind? Can you turn that down a wee bit, please? Thanks. Aye, unbelievable. And Bernabe must be thinking, Christ, that came here to be the first choice and I'm not going to get a look in. The pass to Maida is fantastic. Maida could have been greedy, could have shot himself, but no, he decides to give it to Kyogo. Opens the scoring for us. Moritz Jens on the score sheet again with his second Celtic goal in 2 games. Hopefully not Shane Duffy-esque. Somebody brought that up at the pub. You know, Shane Duffy coming in, scoring back-to-back, and then it all went downhill. But I don't think that's the case for Moritz Jens. He looks a really good player. Once again, just like last week, I was really impressed with Jens. Unfortunately, he had to go off of a knock, but that allowed, obviously Carl Starfelt to get into the game, which we'll come on to. But Moritz Jens, once again, I was really impressed with him. I thought he looked so composed, the way he was walking out with the ball, playing it out from the back, and then his goal, of course, it's a centre-half doing that, for God's sake. Brilliant. And then, sorry, that was the third goal, wasn't it? Because I've got my order mixed up. Christ, 1 pint of Guinness, and that's what it does to you. Jota. My God almighty. I mean, the keeper has to do better, doesn't he? He does, but what a strike. The power he gets behind it, the direction he gets behind it, to put it in the back of the net. Fantastic from him. And I've ran out of phrases, of words to describe Jota. This is pure YouTube outro music, isn't it? I've run out of words and phrases to actually describe Jota and his performances. He is beyond belief. And that goal today, another reason that we've spent the money on him. Fantastic. So 3-0 up at half time, all those 3 goals, absolutely brilliant. We strolled it. And then the second half, once again, just as good. We go out there, we get the job done, we get another 2 great goals. Georgios Yakimakis, by the way, the technique on that, absolutely sensational. Unbelievable. And then obviously Starfelt was for how wholesome were the celebrations for Carl Starfelt's goal. Just tremendous. His first goal for Celtic on his return from injury. I didn't expect to see him this weekend, but obviously with Jens going off, it allowed the opportunity, and he's back with a bang. Couldn't ask for a better return, big Carl Starfelt. Love him with all my heart. So all round, over the course of the 90 minutes, we were just absolutely tremendous, I thought. A really good performance from Celtic, a statement performance which hopefully kind of sparks the fire for this season now, because the first 2 games, I was happy with them. We got the wins, we'd done what mattered, but that's the proper statement performance that I think we all wanted and we needed, just to kind of give us a kick up the arse a wee bit, and we got it there. So I'm absolutely chuffed with that. Right, there's Avicii coming on. Yeah, usually we'd run through the 3 things that we've learned, sort of thing. The things that we've learned is Celtic are sexy as fuck, and that Magaluf is fucking roasting. I've just kind of cut myself here to add this part back in. So if there's a weird jump in the transitioning in this video, that is the reason why. You know, I think today as well, Ange justifying his team selection was smart. I'm glad, and I know I said I wanted him to start a different front 3, but he's stuck by his choices. And I'm chuffed about that. Listen, and the thing is, if we didn't win the game today, or we didn't play well today, then of course we'd all be saying different things, and I'd be sitting here saying, no, he should have started that 3. But as a manager, he's stuck by his choices from the first couple of games of the season. He's kept Maida in the team, and yeah, I think Abada did deserve a start. But, you know, the performance today justified, you know, why he picks the teams and we don't. Maida was brilliant today, I thought. Once again, I'm a big fan of him. He takes so much slack from certain aspects of the support, which is, I think, unfair. Or certain sections of the support, not aspects. What am I talking about? But his team selection was justified today. He's stuck with his guns, and I think he is trying to pick that settled team, isn't he? He wants, and we are in such a good position with options. You see Starfelt coming back and scoring today, and Jens scoring today. How many options we have all over the park is unbelievable, but I think he is trying to get it settled. Jota played well on the right as well today, so that was good. Listen, we're in a very good position when it comes to team selection and depth and options, so I'm not going to complain. That's what I've learned. Yes. Oh yeah, by the way, phone got stolen. So if you're wondering why I've been quiet on social media, unless you've seen my tweets, phone's gone. Phone got stolen. First night, nicked. So I spent money on a shite Samsung, which is now broke. Yeah, my luck's not been great. But I've not letting it ruin the holiday. I'm kind of out the loop, though, which is annoying because obviously it makes the week a little more difficult. This is me just getting into a fucking rant now. It makes making content for you guys here a little more difficult because I'm not really seeing the updates, the news. I seen that thing about Ross Barkley on Twitter the other night. I've not read into it or nothing. I've not had the chance. I've got my laptop, so I get to check bits and bobs. But when you're out of the pool, you're not sitting on your laptop, you know what I mean? So I'm still going to try, and I'll certainly try and do some reading tomorrow. I need to try and get this phone fixed. The other one's just long gone. It's a bit of a mess, but I'm okay. If you wonder why I'm quiet, that is why. So yeah. Right, I'm going to end it there because I'm getting down to this pool. I'm going to splash about. So like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Fucking brilliant Celtic, huh? Right, see you next time.